So what I suggest, and I think we're about to see the dawning of a new age, the age of the napkin sketch. I really believe that there is an extraordinary power, not only in the communication side, but for ourselves as a way of coming up with ideas, discovering ideas, and then developing those ideas, and then sharing those ideas, when we simply figure out a way for ourselves initially to draw a simple picture that describes what our idea is. And now think about it like this. Now we've got an opportunity. We meet someone, let's say, in the airport. And this is the person who may be the potential investor or partner. If we can sit down with them and say, what my business does is, we do 3 things. And we connect those things in this particular way. And this thing is really important to us, and this thing's a little bit less important. If you're creating the picture, and again, this is something you work out in advance. In the same way the elevator pitch was not made up on the spot, even though it may have seemed to the audience like it was spontaneous. The fact is it was worked out in advance. If we can take the time to use these simple pictures to help us figure out what we're talking about, we now have this incredibly powerful tool to use to share with other people when we meet them. And the beauty of it is that they're not going to forget what we told them. A couple of amazing things are going to happen. One is when we draw in front of someone at the same time that we're talking, for some reasons that we'll talk about in a moment, we are actually activating processing centers in the brain that are really, really excited. Our brain wants to get information visually as well as verbally. And if we were just talking them through, we're running on a couple of cylinders. When we draw the picture at the same time that we're talking, they get it, and it's like manna for the person's brain. This is the way the brain wants to process information. So not only are they going to understand really well what we're talking about, at the end of it, we then give them the napkin. And they've got the picture to keep. Now, I mean this metaphorically, of course, but the idea is really true. The picture is something that is archival and can be taken along, and we essentially guarantee that the person we gave it to, that we drew this picture for, really does understand what we were talking about. Almost invariably, we can guarantee that they understood it in exactly the way we meant because we created the picture with them.